The topic that I chose to present is over sensorineural hearing loss. The definition is loss of hearing caused by problems in the structure of the inner ear, such as the cochlea, or with connections to your auditory nerve. This video explains why people have sensorineural hearing loss due to missing or damaged hair cells in the cochlea. Some experience mild to moderate hearing loss, and some experience severe to profound hearing loss. If a deaf or hearing impaired student receives no support, then they can have severe problems academically and socially because they cannot communicate with others correctly. Vocabulary is developed at a much slower rate compared to hearing children, and their speech, if they can talk, will be difficult for others to understand what they are saying. Parents have many decisions in regards to children who have sensorineural hearing loss. Always get your newborn screened. Look for signs of hearing loss, such as not responding to their name or not reacting to loud noises around them. If your child is diagnosed with sensorineural hearing loss, then the parents must decide if you want your child to have hearing aids or a cochlear implant if they are able to receive one. Parents must also decide on the type of communication that they want their children to use. There is American Sign Language or manually coded English. These websites are there to help families deal with children who have sensorineural hearing loss. Hearing First teaches parents techniques and strategies to help their children learn listening skills and spoken language skills. Center for Parent Information and Resources helps students get in contact with community intervention programs near them. It also explains how early intervention works. This video goes into medical details on how hearing works, a person's hearing anatomy, and what the cochlea is and what it does. It explains what sensorineural hearing loss is and gives examples of causes for this to take place. It also explains what conductive hearing loss is and examples of causes for this as well. Treatments depend on what type of sensorineural hearing loss that you experience. Sometimes surgery of the ear or corticosteroids can help solve your hearing loss. If you have sensorineural hearing loss due to cancer, then the removal of tumors may help restore hearing. If you have a severe to profound type of sensorineural hearing loss, then your best hope would be to have a cochlear implant or ask your doctor for hearing aids. There are many websites for teacher resources for students who have hearing impairments. The National Association of Special Education Teachers helps teachers with accommodations and modifications in the classroom. They help teachers advocate for hearing impaired students. They give different assessments, classroom management tips, and details of assistive technology that can be used in the classroom. Supporting success for children with hearing loss help teachers on how to teach hearing impaired students, as well as products such as games and books for students. There are many activities that a teacher can use in the classroom or for parents to use at home. If a parent decides to use ASL with their child, then they can teach them signs using nursing rhymes or other children's songs. Story time is important whether a child has a hearing impairment or not. Using specific sign language books or regular books that have big pictures and few words will help your child's vocabulary. Sensory bags and blocks helps them with hands-on learning. Pretend play and music time is equally important for them to experience. It teaches them vibrations and how to communicate with others their age. This video shows teachers and parents how to conduct story time with students and children that communicate using ASL. The teacher gives tips on how to ask questions during reading time and after reading time. She also teaches you to use vocabulary that they have previously learned, as well as introducing new vocabulary so they can expand their knowledge of ASL. Here are links to websites where you can learn more information on sensorineural hearing loss.